Shri Mataji, dear brothers and sisters, let's collectively position ourselves on our central axis above our Sarasara and within ourselves, and do collective namaskar with full attention of our central axis, surrendering our Sarasara collectively, and through us all the Sarasara of all the yogis, all the Sarasara of all the seekers of truth of the world. Namaskar, Kundalini.
So I wish you all a very happy Diwali and a very prosperous New Year. The whole evening was so full of joy, peace, that I don't know how to describe. The whole event was worked out so beautifully by the French. Especially people from South Africa, from Benin, from Ivory Coast, from Kenya, and also many others who have come from various countries have shown their talent, their joy, their happiness. The best part of it, that I found them to be very well equipped with the names of all the deities and how to praise them. Very surprising in this short time how Sahaja Yoga has spread to all these countries. Regarding the program that was presented by the French, is remarkable, I must say. Last year they had one very good drama on Gyanadeva. And this year, the another one was really very, very remarkable. Long time back, I told them that Joan of Arc was a special blessed person by the divine, and she should be worshipped as a goddess or as a deity which is looked after France and its independence. But then the people, every year I repeated, but they didn't make anything on her. So I was very happy to see Joan of Arc represented here. Actually, in my own life, I have seen at a very young age of 14 years and 18 years, I was fighting for the independence of our country. And my professor, my principal of the college, told me later on that I knew that you are the Shakti, because how could you all alone fight these people? So all this aggressiveness is quite now visible, and people can see how they have been aggressed. Now the French aggressed these people, these countries. Because of their aggression also, they have been able to come to Sahaja in a way, because then the French took interest in these people, and now they are, some of them are Muslims and of different religions, and they have taken to Sahaja. It's a very, very remarkable thing to happen. They are full of rhythm. Rhythm is in their body. God has given everybody something. Now, if some people have got a fair skin, I don't think God thinks much about that. But if the people have a dark skin, see their rhythm, the sense of rhythm, and the way they were dancing to the tune, not only but with what speed they were dancing. I must congratulate you all for making such a nice play out of Joan of Arc, and all the actors, especially the lady who acted as Joan of Arc was remarkably good. I really must say that I never expected Sahajogis to come out with such a nice drama on Joan of Arc. Practically she was forgotten because lastly she was burnt. And so many asked me if she was the Blessed One and looked by the goddess, then why was she burnt? Why was she destroyed? So all of them have to face. All the saints had to face all the negativity. And even if they die, doesn't matter. They are eternal. So it's not a very sad thing to think that all the people who are saintly have to suffer. They can suffer because they can afford to suffer. They have a power to suffer. And that's why everybody who is a saint is in itself is so rewarding to the whole world. Now you all have become Sahajogis now, whether you are from South Africa or from France or from England, from anywhere. So there should be no idea of domination on anyone or taking charge of anything. Once you understand that you are all brothers and sisters and that you are under one flag of Sahaja, you should have no idea of becoming individualistic or trying to show that you are something better than the others. To my eye, to my own vision, you are all just the same. Whether you are well educated or not, if you are not educated, whether you are dark or you are white or whatever may be the color, to my eyes you are just the same. Look at the Mother Earth as you have seen. Anybody who wants to see the Mother Earth can learn that she doesn't differentiate. She looks after everyone with the same love and affection. So I think if there is even a little in your minds left out of these dominating areas and dominating nature that you had, please try to get rid of it and see to it that you become a humble person. Without humility, you cannot achieve divine help. It's very important to be humble. And at the right time, then you will be surprised that all this humility is paid for. So, tomorrow we are going to have the puja. It's a very good puja of Sri Lakshmi. That will be, I was thinking, because it's quite warm place, we can have it about 6 o'clock tomorrow. And I hope you all will come and attend the puja and get the blessings of Sri Lakshmi. It's very necessary. I must tell you that I allow you all to have the puja because today we are going to worship the Mahalxmi, which I think is very much worshipped in this country, where they worship her as Maria. And also there's a Swambhu of Maria you must have seen. And also there was an apparition of her. First I never believed that it could be, but then after feeling the vibrations, now I know it was true, that she did appear here in an apparition. She appeared before me also, you must have seen in a photograph. This is the principle by which you have risen to this state. The central path of your ascent is created by Mahalxmi power for the Kundalini to rise. In the temple of Mahalxmi in Kolhapur, they always sing the song of Udo Udo Ambe. So I asked the people there, why do you sing Ambe's song in Mahalxmi's temple? So they said that we don't know why we do it. But is it wrong? I said no. Because only in the Mahalxmi channel, Kundalini can rise. And Kundalini is the Amba. That's how, you see, they understood and they were really amazed that I explained it very well. Because from ancient times, this song has been sung there. And they never knew why this song is sung. Coming to the point of Mahalxmi, we have to understand what does it do, what is help, is that this Mahalxmi channel or the Mahalxmi's powers have created within us a proper balance, a proper route for Kundalini to rise. Left and right has been balanced, and she is the one who creates and makes a wider path for Kundalini to rise. This is the path of compassion and love. Through that compassion and love, she creates this path because she knows that if the path is not wide enough, the Kundalini cannot rise. Ultimately, one reaches a state where you start seeking, and when you start seeking, your Mahalxmi principle has been awakened. That is awakened, and sometimes it is very strong. Then you start seeking in a mad way. I'm sorry to say that many are already lost in seeking. But there are so many who have now come to the right path and to the right ascent. The another thing this Mahalxmi principle does is to allow the Kundalini's power to go to different chakras also, to make a way to different chakras and corrects all the chakras. She is a very flexible force, I should say, which guides the Kundalini into different chakras, and she understands which chakra needs the help of the Kundalini. So you must have seen that when the Kundalini rises, how she pulsates, where she goes, where she shows the need is of your awakening. All this works out because she is full of compassion and love that you should get your absolute truth. We have many problems as it is, in Sahaja Yoga because when people are ascending, they carry on with them some of their past stones and they cannot climb. They try, then they fall. They try, then they fall. Then they go up again, they fall. But today I'm going to tell you about what is the state one has to achieve. As Sri Krishna has said it in the Gita, describes Sthitapragya, the second chapter, but it's very difficult to understand him. It is not so clear-cut as your mother is. So people don't understand what he's saying. Can you close the... And they ask a question, how? How do you reach that state of Sthitapragya? How do you get to that stage? But Gyaneshwara, when he wrote his Gyaneshwari, he called it as the Sahaja Sthiti, means the state of search. He didn't call Sthitapragya. He called it as Sahaja Sthiti, meaning the state of Sahaja. So he describes the Sahaja in a very beautiful manner and very subtle. Of course, Gyaneshwara also very few people understand, I think. A person who reaches that state is like a mirror. And so many faces pass over that mirror. So many look into that mirror. So many decorate in front of the mirror. But mirror is the same as it is. So the person who is a Sthitapragya or the person who is Sahaja is not bothered about what is facing him, who is facing whom, where he is. He stays within himself. He contains within himself. Like the sun. If the sun plays with his different rays, he is not lost. All the rays again return to him. In the same way, all the senses that we have, all the senses that are there do play around. But for a person who is in a Sahaja state, it doesn't matter, it makes no difference. He is not involved, he just plays around. Again, all of them come back. This is the state you all have to achieve. Then you are really Sahaja Yogis. But I still find people lost getting money out of Sahaja Yoga, some people lost getting out of leaderships, some are lost in getting jealousies and envies and all that. So that means a lot of work has to be done still within. There is no need to work as such if you leave everything. That's why I always say meditate, because when you meditate, what happens that all these things that are pulling you down are finished. Gradually they disappear because you become yourself. You get content by yourself. And you are never bored. I am never bored. I don't know what boring word means, you see. When it is with you or alone, I never get bored. What is there to get bored? If you are not involved into anything, you never get bored. Another thing is you rise above all these things like greed. Now people who are greedy are still involved, making money here, making money there, all that thing. Those people who are still full of lust are still organizing some things like that. But in a Sahaja sthiti, you just watch. You are just a witness. You are not lost into anything that is pulling you down. This state is not difficult to achieve for you at all because you have crossed over your mind. Now, all these things come to you through your mind. I have already said that mind is a myth, which you must accept. Myth is that this mind gives you ideas. Some people think, yes, mother, but. This but is coming from your brain, from your mind. The brain is reality, but not the mind. The mind says but, and then you start feeling very depressed sometimes, unhappy. Because some people feel even bad because they are very good people that there are so few Sahajas. Doesn't matter. Just watch. And this watching state, this witness state, is the Sahaja sthiti. In that you become so subtle, you become yourself, meaning so subtle that nothing can disturb you, nothing can change you. Now see the nature as it is. You know there are 92 elements. And 92 elements, none of them can be, say for example, you cannot make silver into gold, gold into silver. The atoms are so arranged that they have certain valencies. And apart from atom, even molecules are so arranged that they have their own structure. You cannot change. If you try to change, then you create bombs, atomic bomb, this bomb. It's absolutely destructive. It's only human beings who can change, who can transform. Now look at the blessings that you are a human being and you can be transformed and you can be made into a new element, that is the self. This is the speciality of human being. But if somebody that is false guru or somebody, he tries to do something, he'll explode. I've seen people who have been to false gurus, they still faint, they still have problems, they still get trouble, more than people who have been without that. They are also all right now, much of them are improved. But this is one thing one should understand, that in one way, when you are analyzing and when you are breaking an atom or you are breaking a molecule and trying to transform, it explodes. It doesn't work out. The other way round is that when you try to synthesize, then you can form anything in the nature. Like this is now being brought out by synthesizing. This plastic is created by synthesizing. Matter can be synthesized and can be brought together. And human beings have to get synthesized also. They can be synthesized better than matter because they change, they transform. Now, for example, there is gold. You make gold into ornaments, make into anything. It remains all the time gold. Gold is gold. It is there. It is not that by changing them into ornaments, it changes. Its element is there, gold is there. But for human beings, they get transformed when they are synthesized. This is a very big difference between the matter and the nature and human being. Matter, nature are different absolutely from human beings. Human beings, once they are transformed, it's like a living process. They become like flowers. But still, it is not that you see in the nature. It's not the same as you see in the nature because nature doesn't have a mind. It doesn't have a mind. It just is under the control of the divine or nature that is working out that way. But here you are under your own control. Here you can control yourself. In this synthesis which is growing inside you, what you find that you are completely in control of yourself. You know what is happening to you. Now you start seeing yourself separating from all these things. Some people come and tell me, Mother, see, my ego is very bad, you just take it out. He sees his ego. He sees what is the problem is. Somebody says, Mother, my navi is very bad, I'm still busy with the money. He sees it. First starts the knowledge about yourself. We call as self-knowledge. But one has to even go beyond self-knowledge. By that knowledge, what do? We have to see. When you have the knowledge, first we say there's no knowledge. People have no knowledge, they are ignorant, there's darkness, all that. Now the light has come, you can see. You can know what's wrong with you. Now you start separating yourself from all those things that you see as wrong with you. You see them getting out. So many nonsensical things there are. Like we have jealousies, envy, greed, and lust. I mean, it's horrible things to say on a Diwali function. See. So the Diwali is that one by one, so many lives are enlightened. And you start seeing it first. First you start seeing what is wrong with it. And then as you see it, you don't want it. Then you work out to get rid of it, to become clean. Now this also knowledge disappears. You don't have to have any knowledge. You are there. You are there. There is no need to know about your chakras, you are just there. At that stage, nothing matters. You become just like a stone, I can say. Stone with a brain intact and a heart intact and a liver intact. You just don't mind anything. Don't get upset with anything. You just enjoy the love and compassion. That's true. And the ripples that come back to you. Even that is lost after some time, and you are just nothing but Sahaja. That is the state people achieved. In those days, they achieved the state. But with that, what lacking happened, that get lost. They all got lost. They couldn't do anything to others. One person getting it, becoming great, finished. Or two persons at the most. So, now Sahaja Yoga stands first of all at the knowledge state, where you have the knowledge. First, you should first of all have full knowledge about yourself. The self-knowledge should be complete. Then in the third stage, we should say that when the knowledge is full, you should get rid of all those things that you know about yourself, which are useless, which are hampering your progress, which you know is wrong. Like I see some dirt falling on my sari, I'll just clean it out like that. Then you start separating yourself into that Sahaja state. But still, in Sahaja Yoga, you develop another dimension, which is collective consciousness. That is the modern Sahaja Yoga. In the olden days, they didn't have this. So they just all got lost. Now you have collective consciousness. And in that collective consciousness, you start feeling others, feeling for others, compassion for others, and you start working out for others. In that also, sometimes, when you are working around, you think how much money I can make, what I can achieve as a leader, or some sort of thing is still there. But this collective consciousness starts growing. When it starts growing, then you become, as I said, drop in the ocean means complete ocean. You become complete ocean. So the ocean has its own maryadas. It doesn't bother. It has to live with its maryadas, lives with its maryadas. It doesn't want to cross any boundaries, all right. Accept it. It will not cross its boundaries. In the same way, it happens that you are very self contained. You are not selfish, but you become very self contained. You are contained within yourself. I know many Sajogis are angry that I have not punished many horrible people who have been troubling Sajoga. I don't have to bother. There's Param Chaitanya which is doing a lot of work. Let it look after. Why should I bother about anyone? You see, after all, things are working out, so why to interfere? My job is just to watch, just to see. That's sufficient. There's no need for me to
Sahaja, Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi, Namo Namaha. Let's collectively again do a collective namaskar and really try to be completely united at the lotus feet of the Devi and sit very comfortably. Both hands on the floor. Attention above Sasara. Complete focus on Shri Ganesh and Shri Adibhumi Devi. Shri Ganesh in Mother Earth and Shri Adibhumi Devi. Through our hands, let's connect truly to the Lord Ganesh, to the purity, to the innocence, the chastity of the Lord Ganesh. All his power of removing all the obstacles, cleansing, clearing. So through our hands, we truly surrender and connect with the Lord Ganesh and Shri Adibhumi Devi physically. Shri Ganesh mantra one time, Shri Adibhumi Devi mantra one time from the heart, collectively. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adi Bhumi Devi Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi, Namo Namaha. Let's collectively feel Mother Earth sucking all the badas, all the heat, all the imbalances in our channels, in our being. Let's feel that Mother Earth is absorbing completely all the negativities in our being collectively. Let's feel that ego, mind, actions, reactions, all the activity of the right side is being absorbed by Mother Earth. On the left side, superego, emotions, possessions, negativities, attacks on the left side are also absorbed by Mother Earth. And on central channel, all the impurities, badas, negativities in our chakras, in our central channels, all the obstructions to the surge, the powerful surge of Mother Kundalini are absorbed by Mother Earth. Let's just watch all the three channels being completely cleared. Let's focus on Muladhara collectively. Let's try and have a strong collective attention that acts through our pure collectively. Collective attention on Muladhara. We keep both hands on the floor and we ask Mother Earth, please clear completely my Muladhara, clear our collective Muladhara. Make us feel renewed from within, re-energized. May our innocence shine. May our chastity be effective. Now focus on Shradistan. Mother, please clear our Shradistan. And we let Mother Earth absorb all the badas in Shradistan. Now Nabi, Mother, please clear completely my Nabi. Void. Mother, please clear completely all the void in me. Vishuddhi, a heart. Mother, please clean my heart, my central heart, from all fears, imbalances. Vishuddhi, Mother, please clear completely my Vishuddhi. Agya, front Agya, back Agya, central Agya. And now, very important for our collective attention, all the badas, all the negativities that are preventing our Kundalini to rise gloriously, to rise completely. We desire that our Kundalini rise completely. So it's not just a thread of light, but it's a river of light, a huge, powerful river of light, jumping, surging through us powerfully and enlightening the whole central channel. Let's pray that all the badas that are preventing Mother Kundalini to rise within us, to surge powerfully within us as the collective, as the Virat, and also as individuals, as drops from the Virat, from the ocean, that all those negativity preventing Mother Kundalini to rise be absorbed by Mother Earth. We truly surrender all the badas, all the possessions, all the heaviness, all the unconscious fight we are doing against our own selves, our self-destruction, our self-destructive desires, our ideas, everything is absorbed by Mother Earth. All the badas also preventing Saswara to open, Brahmarandra to open wide, Saswara to shine divinely, Kundalini to rise powerfully. All those badas are absorbed by Mother Earth. Now, both hands on the lap. Let's say Shri Ganesh mantra one time and Shri Mahalxmi Ganesha one time. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi, Namo Namaha. With complete focus on the Central Channel, collective Central Channel, the infinity of Central Channel, let's say Shri Mahalxmi Ganesh Mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Attention is very high above Sahasrara. And complete surrender above Sahasrara, above the superior chakras. We just surrender up there to Mother Kundalini, to Paramachaitanya, to Shri Mahalakshmi. Above Sahasrara, above the superior chakras. Let's truly be collective. We need to be completely collective, completely into the ocean of love, of Adishakti, into the ocean of light, of vibration of Adishakti. We need to be so surrendered that we have no physical body, no mind, no emotions. We feel the coolness in our hands, the complete openness of Paramarandra, the complete surge of Mother Kundalini. Everything is just vibrations. We are pure light. 1 millions of suns in one, glowing, shining, radiating at the cosmic level, at the creation level, at the divine level. In this state of consciousness, let's expose the whole world, expose the whole humanity, expose all the yogis of the world to Sri Mahalakshmi. We just expose and let the vibration of Mahalakshmi do the work, clear, purify, bless, nourish, energize, grow, make grow. Let's just expose all humanity, planet Earth, all the yogis, all the seekers of truth. We expose them to the power of Sri Mahalakshmi. And we continue to feel that we are so surrendered, so ourselves exposed to the Devi, that we continue to deepen ourselves, to grow inside, to feel that we are one with the whole. Namaskar, Kundalini. with a heart full of gratitude. Let's thank Mother